doesn't matter who you are as a teacher. What can we do to motivate our students to practice, but also to have fun in the whole process of practicing? So today I've got 3 secrets I'm about to reveal with you, 3 secrets to getting students motivated to practice, to really have some fun and to engage. So for those of you taking notes, let's write these down. I'd also love if you'd share in the chat, what instrument do you teach? And what are some of the secrets that you use in order to get your students to practice? Because we can't really achieve our success if we don't put in that effort, right? And sometimes it feels like an effort. It feels like a chore rather than just really being, excited about practicing. So here it is. Here is secret number 1. So rather than just asking your students, make sure you practice for 30 minutes every day, 60 minutes, whatever your suggested time of practicing is on a daily basis, why not have them do this? Let's play a game. Okay. So secret number 1, play a game. Now, I want you to listen carefully to how I am motivating my students to play a game. So I'm going to open up my Ultimate Music Theory Games Pack, right? So inside the Games Pack, we have the first game here is a little game called Go Fish. So when I'm teaching my students, I may say something like this. When you are practicing this week, I want you to make sure to be practicing your pentascale. So they might be doing the prep level workbook, right? Prep 2, prep 1 workbook, Ultimate Music Theory, and they would probably be at that level of their music. So I'm going to ask them to practice their pentascales this week, major pentascales and minor pentascales. And then I'm going to ask them to do things differently. Play their scale legato, play their scale staccato, play their scale allegro, play their scale adagio, all the different ways that they could practice their scales. That way, it's not just practicing my scales, but we want to have some variety. So now let's play a game. When you practice your scales this week, we're going to play a game at our lesson next week. Okay, so now they have to practice. Now they come back to class and we're going to pull out our game. So this time you get to play the game. And for every time you play the game, the scale correctly, the pentascale, you get to go fishing. And you're going to pull your little line all the way down to the bottom and identify what is that pentascale. Now, I don't know about you, but I think it's super fun to play games. Not only have we created all of these games for you, so you don't have to spend hours trying to create your own games. But on the back of the games, you're going to see how you can play the games in 5 different ways. You can play them at the piano. You can play them at the tabletop, however you want to play your games. Here's the beauty of this. You can also download the games and send them to your students. You can also play the games online, all inside the Ultimate Music Teachers membership. So if you want to check it out, you're simply going to go to teachumt.com. You'll see all the information there. teachumt.com. Not only are you going to find the games, but you're going to find the games for every single level and new games every single month. So no matter what the season is, we got you covered. We've got games for everything. So want to have some fun? Did you notice I used one special word? I didn't say if you practice. I said when. And that's one of the things that you learn when you talk about NLP, neuro-linguistic programming. It's the words that we use. So it's not an option about if you are or not. It's when you practice, we're playing a game next week and it's going to be fun. And I love to play games. And I know so does Joanne Barker. So Miss Joanne Barker, if you're listening out there, Joanne is the creator of the Ultimate Music Theory games. We absolutely love her creativity and so thrilled that she's part of our Ultimate Music Theory team. So we got this. Number 1 secret is to play a game. All right, check. Have you got that? Give me some thumbs up. Awesome. Now I want you to share with me in the chat. And if you are checking us out on our Ultimate Music Theory YouTube channel, or you're part of our Facebook group, or maybe you're hanging out with me on LinkedIn, one of the things that we love about all of our teachers, and we are all around the world having our Ultimate Music teachers, is what instrument are you teaching? And how are you applying these music theory techniques to your students, whether you're teaching voice, whether you're teaching guitar, piano, whether you're teaching saxophone, violin, viola, trumpet, whatever it might be. We still want to have fun and we still have to teach theory. So give me a thumbs up. Let me know what instrument you're teaching. All right, secret number 1 is revealed. It is play a game. Number 2. Now this one might surprise you. So we played a game. Now I want to tell you a story. So secret number 2 is tell a story. And you might say, well, how in the world, Miss Glory, is that going to motivate my students to practice? Well, let me ask you this. Have you ever watched a show or heard of anything where you're kind of listening and then you just can't wait for the next episode? You kind of binge watch sometimes if you're checking things out, and it motivates us to like, I want to come back. I want to hear the rest of the story. So inside, and I'm in the level 2 supplemental workbook. Inside the supplemental workbooks, you're learning about music history. So I'm going to tell you a little story. And this story comes from our little friend, Mr. Mozart. That's pretty cool, right? Did you know that Mozart started to compose when he was 5 years old? And I want to tell you something else about Mozart. Not only did he start composing when he was 5, but Mozart had a sister. Now, you probably know somebody who has a sister, right? And they might get along really well with their sister. Have they ever played a duet with their sister? Did you know that Mozart's sister had a really strange nickname? It's true. I'm going to tell you what that strange nickname was, but I'm going to tell you next week after you do a little something, something for me for your lesson this week. And that is inside your level 2 supplemental workbook. We're learning about Mozart, and I'm going to tell you the story about him, but also we're going to go into our final little page at the back, and here's a little piece called Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. Did you know that Mozart wrote many, many variations of Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star? And this week, not only are you going to be learning your music theory, but I want you to be just like Mozart and create a variation of Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. So what does that mean? Well, you could play Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star simply by clapping out the rhythm. If you were kind of dreaming about that, you got it, right? Maybe you want to sing it. Maybe you want to hum it. Maybe you want to play it on another instrument. If you're practicing guitar or whatever it might be, maybe you want to use the boom whackers. Boom whackers are super fun if you want to do something different. So what we're doing is engaging our students in thinking outside the box creatively, right? I'm going to tell you a story, and then I want you to implement part of the story, which we talked about Mozart today in our story. But wait, there's more. When you go to inside the supplemental workbook, you'll notice that we have a ton of free resources for you. We actually have little videos in every single workbook that correlate to the story that we're telling in music history. And all of this is available for you. You just go right to the website and it's free. The students can watch it on their own. Sometimes we like to just have a little popcorn party, and we're just going to have our popcorn and we're going to listen to you play your piece. You did your improvisation on Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. And then we get to binge watch the videos that correlate to the music history that we're teaching. So secret number 2, of course, is have some fun, tell a story, make sure that there's a little mystery, because you do want to know what in the world is that strange name that was the nickname of Mozart's sister. You will have to read the book to find out, to be revealed. So let me know how that goes. So that's kind of fun. So now finally, what is secret number 3? So we know we can play a game and we know we can tell a story, and all of these resources are available for you at teachumt.com. So number 3, when we think about performance and when we think about practicing, why are we practicing? Like, what is the point? Well, the point is obviously we want to learn music, but I think more importantly than that, we want to play something that we love, that we're passionate about. And it's really fun if we can play for someone, if someone's interested in hearing our performance. So secret number 3 is plan a party. Now, more than ever, it's super easy to plan a party. You can plan an online party, you can have a recital, you can invite your friends from all around the world, your grandparents, your aunties and uncles, brothers and sisters, anybody you want to invite. And you can have a party online. You can plan a party to have it in your music studio. You maybe want to go out and have a recital. But whatever it is, when you have something to look forward to, that's when students are more inclined to practice. So plan a party, but don't just plan it and say, oh, by the way, you're playing at this recital, you better practice. Why not engage them in the process and say, we're going to plan a party. What piece do you want to play? And how can we make it really fun at the party? Would you like to, bring a stuffed animal? Would you like to dress in the costume of Mozart? Would you like to play your own composition? What is it that's going to really motivate your students to practice and still make it fun? So number 3, plan a party. Yes, I am known as the Ultimate Music Theory Party Queen. The Ultimate Music Theory team knows really well how much I love to plan a party. It's just what we like to do. So I'd love to invite you to connect with us. Simply go to teachumt.com. This is the Ultimate Music Theory Teachers Membership. You can check it out. There's lots of great resources for you there. And whatever you're sort of struggling with, what do you need help with? I'm here to really, help you think outside the box. So leave me a little message in the chat, or if you're watching us on YouTube, you can leave us a little message in the notes down there to say, what is it that you want to learn about in music theory, or learn about how you can become a music educator? What does that look like for you? What do you feel exhausted about? Sometimes we do the same lesson plan over and over again. We need something new to keep us fresh as teachers too. So have fun. And as always, teach with passion. I'm Gloria St. Germain, and I'll see you next time on Teaching Tuesday. Thanks for joining me. Bye now.